What is up, you guys? I'm Charmx. Today I'm going to be reacting to I tried to go to Canada but got stuck in Minneapolis by Jaden Animations. Now, this is going to be the second Jaden Animations I reacted to. I actually reacted to the first episode yesterday, and this one just came out, and it sounds very interesting. I mean, how do you get stuck in Minneapolis if you're trying to go to Canada? I guess if your plane gets delayed or something like that happens, that you could get stuck. I don't know. Anyway, with that being said, the original link's in the description. My arm is killing me. I don't know why. I did something, and I think I tore something. I can barely lift it. Anyway, with that being said, the original link's in the description. Make sure you go subscribe to Jaden Animations. Without any further ado, let's begin.
I made some new merch designs. Do you like them?
It looks like, yeah, it looks like Logan Paul's, kind of, doesn't it? Except for it's less Logan Paul-y.
I don't know. I think they're pretty cool.
Oh, no, it's upside... Okay, I get it. It's an A, but it looks like it's a bird upside down. Okay, that's very creative, actually. All right.
Cool. Link in bio. Hey, friends who live in Canada. What do you think of Canada?
What do I think of Canada? Let's see. Well, when the snow melts, you get to witness the minefield of dog poop that people didn't pick up. It's cold, but I like the...
Well, I mean, that's true for most of areas that get snow. Like, any area in the north of America, not North America, the north of America, you know, gets snow for the most part.
Cold, because you can keep layering until you're warm. But in the heat, you can only get so naked. And then you just have a sunburn on your butt.
Every summer I leave Arizona to visit my family in Canada because we like seeing them, and they're really great, and...
Wait, so is Jaden Animations originally from Canada but moved to America? Is that what happened? Because if you have family in Canada, I mean, that probably means you're Canadian, right?
Yeah, we also don't like to live in a volcano. We normally have a non-stop flight, but this one particular trip we decided to do a layover to save some money. I think it was July 2012, so I was like 14. A couple days before our flight, my mom realized that my brother Jack's and my passports were expired. Well, this is either gonna go over well,
That's how you got stuck. Okay, that makes sense.
or it isn't. Oh, it was so much worse. We got to the flight check-in and they said, hey, these passports are expired. Obviously. But it was only by a little bit, so the guy was nice and said, okay, I'm gonna let you all through and inform your layover about what's happening, but get those renewed soon. So we were
Oh, wow, so that didn't cause you to get stuck. Okay.
like, yay, crisis averted.
Oh, no, this is when they were taking off, not the layover. Okay, and they were getting, what, layover in Minneapolis?
But wait, there's still 95% of the video left. That's because we were wrong. We landed in Minneapolis and the people said, hey, these passports are expired. Obviously. Oh, yeah, we're sorry about that. The man at the Phoenix airport let us off with a warning and said he contacted you about everything, and... well, crap, I think we're actually stuck in Minneapolis.
Okay, that makes sense, that makes sense. I gotta get those passports renewed, folks. Gotta get those passports. I don't even know why I have a passport. I don't leave the house, let alone leaving the city to go to another country. Why do I need a passport? I don't know. But, or do I even have one? I had one, but it might have expired too. Oh boy.
I guess this is our new home now. Get used to it, kids. So it was my scared mom and her 2 expired children stranded in this obscure city. We went to a pharmacy, which for some reason also takes passport photos, but we had to wait until the passport place opened the next morning. Mom was having an aneurysm panic attack, but didn't want us to worry, so she was like, hey kiddos, time for an adventure. Adventure time! She took us to the Mall of America, which is the biggest, craziest mall in America with 4 floors of shops, entertainment, a mirror maze, bowling, roller coasters, aquarium. I've never seen anything like it.
This is a total side note, and I apologize, but I actually, I watched a Vox documentary on the closing of malls in America. It's really interesting. Basically, if you guys don't know, but a lot of malls around America are actually closing down because people are, you know, they're buying things online now, and they're not going to the mall as much. And that was really interesting because, you know, the Mall of America is going to be, you know, hit by that one day. So, as you know, things are really changing. Things are really changing from how they used to be. And I mean, can you imagine 10 years from now how little malls are going to be used? I mean, it's gonna be really interesting. And by that point, I'm pretty sure Amazon they'll probably have robots catering to us humans and we'll be living in skyscrapers or something like that. I don't know.
There's so many things to do. How could we choose what to do first? Roller coasters in a mall? 4 floors? A kid's paradise? People get married in that mall. We ate at the food court for 20 minutes and left because it was closing for the night. We found a hotel and slept in our clothes, even though we had our luggage. I remember on the light rail I said to Mom, you know, I really like it here. Like the oblivious child I was, not knowing the weight of the actual circumstances. Having a grand old time listening to a High School Musical playlist on an iPod and playing with my stuffed animals. I freaking love stuffed animals. As a kid, I couldn't sleep without them. My favorites were Raoul the mouse and Ringo the raccoon.
I used to love stuffed animals as well. Actually, I used to love stuffed cats when I was really young. Stuffed cats, because I loved cats, and we had never had one, and I always wanted one so bad, so I always had, like, a stuffed cat. And then finally, in high school, I forget how old I was, but we finally got a cat, and then the cat passed away, like, 2 years later, because it ate something and its stomach got blocked. Anyway, move on.
Had him for years. Anyway, luckily, Minneapolis is one of the few places that has 1-day turnaround for passports for the cost of an arm, a leg, and your entire savings. So in the morning, we had to check out of the hotel, run to the passport place, and make it to the airport in time for our new flight. It was gonna be a tight schedule, but it was doable. We were on our way to get the passports when, in the middle of transit, I realized, Mom, I forgot my stuffed animals in the hotel.
Uh-oh. Your mom's gonna blow a blood vessel right in the head, like right up here. There we go.
But no, it's alright. I don't need them. It's okay, really. It's not a big deal. I left Raoul and Ringo in the hotel, and Mom was already having a mental stress breakdown, and I was not at all wanting to contribute to any more of that. But Mom, being the kick-butt awesome parent she is, defeatedly pulled out her phone. Hello, yes, we just checked out this morning. Would you check room 421 to see if there's 2 stuffed animals in there?
Well, would they, like, mail it to you or something? If, you know, if they are there? I'm surprised if they would do that.
Ma'am, there's someone currently occupying that room. And that was super weird to hear because we literally just left the hotel. How did someone already fill up the room? Turns out we just called the wrong hotel, so we got transferred to the right one, and they said they'd hold them for us to quickly pick up. So now the schedule was arrive at the passport place right as it opens at 8 a.m., get passports, run back to the hotel to grab Raoul and Ringo, rush to the airport before our 1 p.m. flight, and I'd also like to point out that the last shuttle to the airport leaves at 12 p.m., so if we miss that shuttle, we're screwed. Remember, things were different back in the days of 2012 BU. Before.
Oh, this is back in 2012? Honestly, to me, that doesn't feel that long ago. I know we're 2018, but I remember 2012. You know, I was in, I think I was in high school. Yeah, I was in high school at the time. It feels as if it was, you know, a year ago. Man, time flies by so fast. That's sad. That's really sad.
Or Uber. Back then, the idea of paying to jump in a car with an unlicensed stranger wasn't very popular. At the passport place, we walked up to the desk, and the first thing they said was, "So both parents are present, correct?" Actually, he's 1,645 miles away.
Call the doctor!
Solution. We could get in contact with Dad, send him a form to fill out, get it notarized, which means legalized by a notary, which means a person licensed by the government approves it, which... Okay, we don't have time for this. We have to prove the paper is legal, but there's a problem to that solution. It's 8 a.m. in Minneapolis, but 6 a.m. in Arizona, which means notarizing places aren't open.
Yeah, if I was, you know, her in that situation, having to deal with all of these crazy things, like I'm talking like if I was the mother, I would have probably flipped. I would have probably flipped a lot sooner. Like, I would not have gone back to the hotel to, get the stuffed animals. I would not have done that.
Now, my mom knows a lot of people, and one of her best friends is actually an accountant, which means she can get it notarized when she goes into work and get it sent back super quickly. Which, what are the odds of that? Mom, we should buy a lottery ticket if we actually get to Canada. So quick! Woke Dad, got the form filled, called the friend, did the thing, got the thing back, and somehow everything was accepted and we weren't expired children anymore. And
That's crazy. Your mother probably had brown hair or black hair or whatever before, and then after this incident, it would have probably been all gray. Like the amount of stress you would have had to have had during this would be insane.
off we were running down the city to get back to the hotel to grab Raoul and Ringo. Okay, I'm gonna insert a tiny story detail. We left our luggage at the hotel so we wouldn't have to be dragging it everywhere, which means we would have had to get back to the hotel anyway, but it's much more intense to think that grabbing the stuffed animals was an extra step we didn't have time for, so shh, we're gonna continue.
Wait, what? Okay, I kind of missed that. Okay, so I kind of like lost track of what they said, so I'm gonna, I'm listening to it again. What exactly happened?
Off we were running down the city to get back to the hotel to grab Raoul and Ringo. Okay, I'm gonna insert a tiny story detail. We left our luggage at the hotel so we wouldn't have to be dragging it everywhere, which means we would have had to get back to the hotel anyway, but it's much more intense to think that grabbing the stuffed animals was an extra step we didn't have time for, so shh, we're...
Wait, what? Okay, so you left the luggage at the hotel, so you obviously intended to come back. Then why would you even call the hotel and tell them to hold your stuffed animals? Like what, you didn't tell them to hold your luggage too? Or was the room still under your name, so you just left everything there? I am confused now. Something doesn't add up.
Gonna continue. We were sprinting to catch the light rail. Jax and I were running ahead, and for some reason Mom's knee started hurting and she started slowing down. Are you okay? And she was just like, go, I'll
Go on without me.
catch up, just get to the train. Go without me.
Save yourself.
We sneaked into the hotel, grabbed Raoul and Ringo, and the luggage we were already coming back for, reached the shuttle before it left.
Yeah, so why would you even call the hotel and tell them to hold the stuffed animals? Like, did you actually do that? Because it doesn't make sense why you'd tell them to hold the stuffed animals when you had your luggage there. Like, either you told them to hold the stuffed animals and the luggage, or you didn't actually call them because you knew you were coming back. Like, something doesn't make sense.
And finally fell into the airport.
Yay. Yay.
Sitting at our gate, waiting for the plane to swoop us off to Canada land with their moose and their poutine and Niagara Falls.
Well, technically, Niagara Falls is made up of 3 different waterfalls, and the US actually owns 2 of them. But I guess Horseshoe Falls is the biggest and most popular, so...
Mom suddenly
Canadian
realized
alert.
that she forgot my dad's letter at the passport showing that both parents consent to us, the innocent, helpless, pathetic children, crossing the border. In the past, security always asks us to show that consent paper, so Mom couldn't even have a relaxing plane ride being stressed out of her mind that we would land and still couldn't pass the border. After all that,
I mean, I'm pretty sure they sell alcohol on planes, so your mother could have, could have had a relaxing journey, shall we say.
she didn't tell us she was worried because she was already doing a frickin' dang good job of hiding the weight of what was going on, so she held it in the entire flight. But she told us afterwards and we gave her a slow clap. She deserved more, but we were kids. That's all we had. We approached the security booth, gave them our shiny new passports. They looked at my mom, my brother, and me. Have a fun time in Canada. They didn't ask that time! My mom, every time she tells this story, always says, they always ask. They always ask. They didn't ask this time. How the frick even? They always ask! And that was that.
You should be happy.
That's Canada.
You should be happy.
That's it.
Wow, that was a lot of effort to come here.
Yeah, I mean, Canada's alright, but you guys have that Mall of America.
Okay, yeah, sure, cool. But I mean, we have West Edmonton Mall, which has an indoor water park and a theme park.
Wait, really? That exists? Well, I guess that automatically puts us on top then.
We were always on top, Dom. We are America's hat.
Woo, yeah.
Man, I love this. I love this. And, I'm still a little bit confused when it comes to the, why would you call the hotel and ask them to hold your pet stuffed animals when you had your luggage there? Like, that doesn't make sense to me. Either I missed something, or something just doesn't make sense in the plot of this. But then again, I'm also, like, I can't think things through properly, and something's wrong with my head. So maybe it does make sense, but I just missed something. I don't know. Anyway, with that being said, I hope you guys like this video. This is really enjoyable. I would have lost my mind in this situation that her mother was in, because like I can't take stress, and I have such bad anxiety as it is, and like dealing with all of that. Oh, it would have pushed me over the edge. It would not have been a pretty sight. But anyway, if you guys like this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up, possibly share with a friend if you're new, and subscribe to join the family. Also, make sure to go subscribe to Jaden Animations, that link's in the description. I'll see you guys next time.